Alright, so yesterday we had the Summer Game Fest Xbox and Bethesda showcase, and what's to be said? That was a great fucking showcase, in my opinion. It just was. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. You got games coming at you from the left, games coming at you from the right. They kept it flowing and moving, not wasting a bunch of time talking to us about nothing. But most importantly, what they were showing looked good. The shit was looking good. And so I'm here and I'm just gonna go over some of the stuff that was in it, and I'm gonna try to stick to mostly the bigger stuff because otherwise we might be here all day. Do not get it fucked up. I'm not sticking to the big stuff just cause that's all that matters. There were some indies and smaller shit that was looking nice, but like I said, we will be here all day if I talk about everything that looked good. So for that reason, after you're done here and after you've heard me talk about all the big game stuff and all that, I suggest going to watch the entire showcase playback because you'll probably see something that you didn't know you were interested in. And yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff there. But yeah, let's get into the showcase. So off rip, we open with Redfall gameplay. And I have to say, it looks pretty good. Nothing mind-blowing going on here, nothing wildly outstanding, but it does look like a competent co-op shooter. And interestingly enough, or at least I found it interesting, it seems to be, or seems to have a dedicated co-op campaign. Not just like mission-based co-op, like, party up and deploy on the mission, then head back to hub world. Like that might be in there also. I'm not saying it isn't, but it does look like there's a fully seamless campaign here that you can just play with friends, like Halo style. That could be wrong. I'm just saying what I think I see. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to picking this game up, which is funny because when Redfall and Starfield were pushed to 2023 not too long ago, I chronicled how Arcane has this remarkable ability to make games that don't interest me and how I really don't care for the retro future aesthetic present in most all their games. An aesthetic that doesn't really seem to be present here. There's no steampunk, clockwork, 70s sci-fi vibes really to be seen here. I mean, their design sensibilities still come through a bit in things like some of the weapons and that little robot, but the game isn't engulfed in an all-encompassing retro future coat of paint. It's more like pseudo-modern little town vibes, which I personally prefer over the retro future stuff. But yeah, that was Redfall. Glad we got to see it and it's looking good. This might turn out to actually be an uncharacteristically high-selling game for Arcane, hopefully. But moving on from there, I'll just mention this because I know a lot of people were excited. We saw Silksong actually still exist. It didn't have a date, but it is gonna be on Game Pass day one. So, there you go, some Silksong footage and, Game Pass day one news. So yeah, I know that was big for a lot of diehard fans of Hollow Knight who have been desperately waiting for Silksong. But then we were shown a Plague Tale Requiem and the Forza Motorsport reboot. At least I think it's a reboot. It just said Forza Motorsport, and I know this existed already, but yeah, I'm not a big Forza guy or a big racing sim guy for that matter, and so I won't pretend to be. It's not much for me to talk about here. It's fucking Forza. It's coming in 2023. It is the de facto racing car sim game, and it will continue to shit all over Gran Turismo. Gran what now? Yeah, I've never heard of it either, but anyway, when it comes to a Plague Tale, I don't think I have a lot to say, but let's find out. This is the second game in the Plague Tale franchise. I did play the first one. It is definitely a good game, if not a bit overrated. A lot of people like to claim the story is amazing. It really isn't. It's perfectly serviceable, but it is quite an atmospheric game, and that is certainly its strong suit. The gameplay is pretty standard stealth stuff, and assuming you have any amount of patience, it is a very easy game. And that's not a knock. I don't mind an easy game at all. But yeah, it is a good game in totality. Check it out if you're interested. The sequel was looking pretty good here, and it comes out this year. Wow, right? I know. No specific date just yet, but we are supposedly getting this year, so we'll see. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move right on to what was probably my most hyped thing in this whole showcase. And there was a lot of cool shit, so that's saying something. But Overwatch 2 was looking so scrumptious. And I got so hyped when they showed the Junker Queen. I did. I'm watching it by myself, and I couldn't help Junker Queen. Bro, I swear, this was just great. We saw some new skins for characters. We saw some new default Overwatch 2 looks. I love how D.Va looks now. I was never a big D.Va guy. I was never really into how D.Va looks, like default anyway. And I love the changes they've made to her. I love how she looks in this. We of course saw the brand new hero that so many of us have been waiting for, the Junker Queen, and we got a fucking release date. Overwatch 2 PvP will be free to play on Xbox and PC on October 4th. Man, this is fucking great. Overwatch is such an amazing game, and it's pained me to have to watch it be reduced to nothing but stagnant esport fodder for the last 2 years or so. So this game deserves so much better, and I'm glad we'll be able to see it in motion again, But after that, we saw another teaser for Arc 2 with Vin Diesel releasing in 2023. We saw Scorn, and it got a release date of October 21st. That game looks so disgusting, and I will be staying away. That's not a take on its graphics or gameplay or anything. I mean, the game is designed to look gory and disgusting, and they've accomplished that. I'm sure plenty of people are going to get this game for the same reason I won't. It's fucking gross. But yeah, we also got shown a new Minecraft game, Minecraft Legends, some sort of strategy action RPG or something, I don't know. We then get a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter for this video, but I encourage you to go check it out. Then we arrive at another biggie, Diablo 4. They had a whole cinematic with this hot androgynous necromancer to reveal that the necromancer is their 5th and final class for the game. Then they showed a bunch of gameplay, went over a bunch of features. It all looked really cool. You got co-op and crossplay and PvP and all that good stuff, and it's all coming to you in 2023, right? Personally, I have never played Diablo, but I have recently been contemplating dipping my toes into the franchise, maybe starting with Diablo 2 Resurrected, or maybe I'll just wait and start with 4, or I'll just never start at all. I don't know, who knows? Anyway, moving on. Real quick, I'll mention this. We saw that Team Ninja has a brand new IP coming. These are the guys who made Ninja Gaiden and Neo, and now they've got a game called Wolong Fallen Dynasty coming in 2023. So if you're a Team Ninja fan, look forward to it. The Team Ninja announcement was followed up with the announcement of an upcoming collaboration between Xbox and Kojima Productions. They didn't say what the game was, but Kojima did make mention of Microsoft's cloud-based technology being a big help in making it possible, so do with that information what you will. He also said it might take a while, so yeah. This collaboration has been rumored and leaked a whole bunch of times, and there was also the recent leak of Kojima working on a horror game called Overdose, starring Margaret Qualley, I believe is how you say it, whom you may know as Mama from Death Stranding, another Kojima game, but that's all unconfirmed for now, so it would seem we will just have to wait to see what game this collab will actually produce. And lastly, we were finally given a look at Starfield. It was a pretty long, extended look. The game looks good, but honestly, I don't care that it looks good, because with games like this, like Skyrim, like Fallout, like Cyberpunk, all the fun is in living and being and making decisions in the world. It can actually be hard to understand the appeal of these kind of games without playing them for yourself. So while I'm glad to get an idea of what things will look like, I just really want to get my fucking hands on it, I was probably most excited at the character customization screen and the skill tree. All the possibility for branching styles of play really revs my engines, you know? And you can build and customize an outpost, as well as building and customizing your own ship. Not only that, you can choose your own crew, which sounds incredibly interesting. All that sounds really cool to me. They did show that you can fly your ship as well, and that's fine and all, but aircraft combat, dogfights is never very fun, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if that wasn't already apparent, it was made painfully apparent when Star Wars Squadrons did flight-based combat probably as good as possible, and the game was still like, nah, bruh. But luckily for Starfield, that's not their whole game, so I hope in totality the flight combat doesn't hinder things much, or maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and it'll be a wonderful addition. Who knows? But yeah, that was everything. Well, all the big stuff anyway. Again, I encourage you to watch or skim through the full showcase. There's some good looking indies in there. This really was just a fire showcase of games, in my opinion. Once again, in my opinion, if you don't own an Xbox, it makes you kind of want to get an Xbox, and the same goes for Game Pass. Yeah, I just thought the show was really, really good. You know, it's good to get excited about games again and have some good ones to look forward to. But yeah, I think they did a very nice job. But until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and I can't believe that there are actually games coming. Goodbye.